Question 871. A wife is signing an agreement to purchase property as separate, rather than community, property. The husband is: A. is required to sign the purchase agreement, B. is not required to sign the purchase agreement. C. can block the purchase of the separate property, D. all property purchased by a spouse, separately or together, is considered community property. Correct answer is B. is not required to sign the purchase agreement. In community property states like California, separate property is owned individually by one spouse. Each spouse has sole management and control over their separate property. The purchase agreement outlines the terms of the acquisition. If the property is being acquired using separate funds and intended to be separate property, it is the purchasing spouse's individual transaction. The deed would then be recorded in her name, typically stating, as her sole and separate property. When a husband's signature is typically required: 1. If the property being purchased is intended to be community property, and especially if it involves a loan where both spouses' income, credit are considered. 2. If a spouse uses community funds to purchase property intended as separate property, a distinct written transmutation agreement is required. This agreement must be signed by both spouses to formally change the property's character, and it is separate from the purchase agreement itself. 3. If the couple were selling a community property asset, both spouses would need to sign the deed. Therefore, for the act of purchasing property designated as separate property with separate funds, the non-purchasing spouse's signature on the purchase agreement is not required.